Hello everyone, and welcome to Pre-Algebra 1.2 multiplication. Now we've been focusing on addition for the last couple of videos. We're going to move on to multiplication. Now we probably know what multiplication is, but let's just do a quick review, the definition of multiplication. So let's say we wanted to add 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. Instead of writing out 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5, we can write out 5 times 4. And that's 5 added together 4 times. So this is 20, and this is 20. Now, how are we going to write multiplication? There's many ways to write multiplication. We're not going to use the traditional x cross, because x is a common letter used in algebra, so we're not going to get confused. So instead, I'll usually be writing a center dot instead. So 5 times 4. Now this can also often be confused with the decimal, so you can also do this. But for my videos, I'll be writing a centered dot. Alright, so just to get that out of the way. Alright, so now let's look at some properties of multiplication. Just like we looked at the properties of addition, we're going to look at the properties of multiplication. So multiplication is also commutative and associative, meaning that same thing as addition, you can commutative, a plus b equals b plus a, and a times b equals b times a. And associative, a plus b plus c equals a plus b plus c, shifted the parentheses, and it's the same thing, a times b times c equals a times b times c, shifted the parentheses. Well, multiplication has one more property that addition does not have, and it's called the distributive property. Now this is useful in many ways, comes up a lot in algebra, so it's best to get it down now, so you won't have to worry about it later. So a distributive property, basically, you're going to have a times b plus c in parentheses, and that's equal to a times b plus a times c. Now, if you have variables, which is what these are, you don't have to put any multiplication symbol in between them. If you just write two variables next to each other, it's automatically implied that they're multiplied. So this is a times b, and this is a times c. So why is it called the distributive property? Well, we can look at it like the a distributes to the b and the c. So a multiplies with the b and the c. So, for example, if we have 45 plus 50, we can take out a 5. And what do I mean by take out a 5? This is all kind of confusing to you right now, probably. So, you can see here, 45 plus 50. So we're going to substitute AB with 45 and AC with 50. Now, let's figure out if we can reduce this. Now, you should know fractions at this point. It's kind of like we're reducing 45 over 50. You know, there's a common factor of 5 and 45 and 50, so we divide by 5 and this reduces to 9 over 10. Same thing here. There's a common factor of 5 between 45 and 50, so we can write 5 outside and then 9 plus 10 inside. And this works. So basically what we're doing, the b is 9, c is 10. So you can find the common factor in many ways, and we're going to learn more about that in the second unit, number theory. But really all you have to do is just find a common factor, and it will help you multiply things much easier. So it also works this way too. So if we have, 6 times 7 plus 2, multiply out 42 plus 12. And that is essentially the distributive property. And I hope that's not confusing to you, because it is kind of hard to get at first. But a common mistake to not do is if you have a times b plus c, and you want to get rid of the parentheses, which is essentially the purpose of the distributive property, to get rid of these parentheses, or to make these parentheses. A lot of the time, elementary mistakes, people just multiply a and b and forget to multiply a with c. So let's go back to our first example. So we have 5 times 9 plus 10, and let's see we're trying to expand it. So we know that 5 times 9 is 45, distributing the 5 to the 9, and we distribute it to the 5 and the 10. So we multiply 5 and 9, and 5 and 10. So 45 plus 50, 95. But a lot of people, if they're just learning it, will make this mistake. They'll multiply 5 and 9, then they'll forget about multiplying 5 and 10. So it'll just be 10, and they'll get the answer 55, which is wrong. So that was my video on the distributive property. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be coming out with more videos soon. Thanks for watching.